All right, hey there home athletes, happy Thursday. Have a good workout for you today. We're looking at an 18-minute AMRAP of 9 shuttle runs, 12 dumbbell snatches, and 15 push-ups. So it's a nice mixture of cardio, a little weightlifting, and then some upper body strength with those push-ups. So we're gonna have 18 minutes on the clock, see how many rounds and reps we can do, always with a focus on moving well and quality movement, right? This should always come first when you're working out. The very first thing is, am I doing this movement well? Am I doing it properly? Am I doing it safely? Am I getting the most out of this movement that I can? I know it's easy when you're going fast and trying to do, as many rounds as possible, whatever, to kind of get sloppy and not focus on that, but always, every workout you do, pay attention to your positioning, your mechanics, and the movements. This keeps you safe, and even though it might slow you down a little bit, actually gives you more fitness for your time, if you will, by putting you in a more advantageous position to increase strength and power and endurance and all those different things that we're going for when we work out. Anyway, sorry, blah, blah, blah. All right, so first movement, we have 9 shuttle runs. These should be about 10 meters long, right? So we have 2 points, 10 meters, which I believe is 32 feet, and just gonna go back and forth. So every time a cross counts as 1, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so on. Now, specific to this workout, as far as setup goes, if you are doing the shuttle runs, you'll notice with an odd number of shuttles, you'll actually end up at the other end. So you'll start on this end, but you'll actually end up over there because it's an odd number. And if you are in fact doing that, it will make it a little simpler for you to have 2 dumbbells for today's workout. So you can do snatches at one end and snatches at the other than having to move your 1 dumbbell back and forth. So if you have 2 dumbbells and you're doing shuttle runs, put 1 at each end of your shuttles. This will make life simpler for you. And if you can't do shuttle runs in your current setup, whatever, you definitely could substitute a 100-meter run for these shuttle runs instead. So if you're outside, or have access to outside, you can do a 50 meters down, 50 meters back instead. All right, then we're moving on to those snatches. So like I said, if you're doing the shuttles, it's easier to have 1 dumbbell at each end. We're doing 12 snatches today. We're doing 6 per side. This is a great full body movement. Love this one. We do this once a week. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Remember, that movement starts with what we call the jump, right? We bend the knees, we drop the hips nice and low, we keep the chest up. We start with that big drive up, right? We describe that as a jump, pushing with the legs. We're extending the hip. Then we're pulling that elbow up nice and high to keep the weight, the dumbbell, close to the body on the way up. And then we finish with that aggressive punch up towards the ceiling. We're gonna switch hands each rep like we always do. So from the ground, make sure it's right between the feet at the bottom. Go straight up in one big movement. Bring it right back down to the ground, switch hands, same thing, legs, hips, and then finish with that punch overhead. Idea of that dumbbell is making a nice straight vertical path from the floor to up overhead, right? It's not veering away from the body at all, staying nice and close. If you just watch it from the side, it should make a nice straight line up and down. And then finally, the third movement in our each round today is 15 push-ups, that upper body strength. I know I go on about push-ups quite a bit, just because I often see people doing them not as well as they could. I talked about quality at the beginning of this video. Push-ups are definitely one of those things that if you do them well, you get a lot more out of them. If you do them in a very sloppy fashion, which you sometimes see, especially when people are trying to hurry up and get them done, you don't get as much out of them. So do them well, do them right, you'll get more out of it. You'll get more strength, you'll get more fitness, you'll get better at push-ups. And to that end, if 15 push-ups, it's like, well, I can do, let's say you can do 10 good push-ups. And then after that, they start looking a little weird. Do 10 push-ups and work out. Do a set of get 10 good push-ups. You're gonna be better off doing that, I think, than not, than doing like 15 not so good ones. Anyway, so we're looking for plank hold, right? Plank hold. Nice straight line through the body, abs are braced, glutes are squeezed, quads are squeezed, and that plank hold, basically we're just going up and down with that plank. There should be no deviation in the throughout the body. Now remember, we're trying to keep those elbows probably closer to the rib cage than out. We don't want to do that dreaded chicken wing thing. So keep those elbows, there should be maybe a few inches between your elbow and your rib cage. That upper body should make about a 45-degree angle coming off the torso. And we're looking for all the way down to the bottom, just the chest touches the floor at the bottom, and then of course coming back up so those arms are fully locked out. If you need to, go ahead and drop those knees down to the floor or elevate the hands a little bit. I don't have anything right here, but hands can go up onto a box or a chair or a whatever you have. The higher the hands are off the floor, the less weight you're pushing in those push-ups. So adjust as necessary so you can get a good workout. All right, there you go. 18-minute AMRAP, 9 shuttle runs, 12 snatches, 15 push-ups. Get after, guys. Have fun with this one. Talk to you tomorrow.